Questions have been raised about me. I'm getting a lot of people saying that I'm not worthy to main event Insomnia. People are saying that I don't have what it takes. That the only reason that I'm in this position is because I drew a good Royal Rumble number. I want to prove myself. I am aware I haven't done an amazing job of that so far, but the last time someone said that I didn't have what it takes, I put Dino D down in a matter of minutes to earn a spot in this Rumble, which put me in the position I'm in today. Clearly, Dino wasn't a big enough man to take down. All in respect to him, of course, but I am here to prove myself. And that to be a main eventer, it's time to face main eventers. So, as you know, Final Countdown is 2 weeks away, and I'm ready to challenge myself. But I need to make a good impression in the best way possible. So how do I do that? By taking on the face of WIW. King Sam, I'm challenging you to a match at Final Countdown. Finally, a ginger who's ready to face me like a man and claim for what he believes in. Again, though you're not the ginger that I wanted to face. But you know what? I respect you. You're willing to prove you're the best and not just say that you are. And there isn't much these days in WIW of people doing that. And I'm trying to get that changed. And you know what? I accept. Because I need to warm up for Insomnia too. So I'll see you then, Bolton. Best of luck to you, though. You're gonna need it. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Darren Jacobs and welcome to the final show before the Purgatory pay-per-view, which of course is a Mayhem pay-per-view, but that also means that we are exactly 2 shows away for Fight Night for the Final Countdown pay-per-view, which of course will be the final pay-per-view before Insomnia. And as we've already seen this at the beginning of the show, King Sam accepting a challenge at Final Countdown from the Royal Rumble winner, the Ace Peter Bolton. So that should be an interesting contest as those two square off again. Remember last week, Peter Bolton tapping out to King Sam in the tag match with Alex Wilson and Max Danger, who of course will also have their rematch at Final Countdown. But kicking us off tonight, someone else who's looking to make his way up the rankings and continue on what's been an incredible rebirth for this competitor. It is the ultimate PJ McNair, one of the top stars he's becoming here on Friday Fight Night. Since making his transformation from the Demon to the Ultimate One, he has been in phenomenal form. The only loss he's had was in the Royal Rumble match where he entered at number 7. The Ultimate One has climbed high through the rankings here and is really showing himself to be a top contender. Tonight, he faces a fellow cruiserweight in hopes that maybe this counting as an unofficial #1 contenders match for the cruiserweight title. Remember, he hasn't had a shot yet at Jake Griffiths, but Jake Griffiths this Sunday scheduled to defend against El Estrella Chico. And of course, if he loses, the chances are we'll be looking at a rematch at the Final Countdown pay-per-view. So PJ McNair, his job now is just to keep winning. And if he does that, then he's on track to getting himself a shot at the Cruiserweight Championship, maybe more. But tonight, he faces a tough old challenge with his former partner suspended for his recent activities. It is El Murica who gets now the chance to break out and make his name here in WIW in singles action. It hasn't been a great start for him, but the trial error Cruiserweight Champion, the first of its kind, knows his way around the Cruiserweight division. A true high flyer in all meanings of the word. And now El Murica tonight squaring off to try and end the unbeaten singles streak of this man, the ultimate PJ McNair. who's been rising to the top of the rankings, but that's usually where it tends to go downhill for the Demon. Oh, look at that. There's a beautiful Hurricane Rana to kick us off. And the biggest problem that the Demon had was that he would make it to the top, manage to get these #1 contendership opportunities, but then would be unable to capitalize on them, unable to get the titles that he was after. And he's been in competition for European Championship before, and no, he hasn't had a Cruiserweight Championship before. He's only ever beat to the #1 contender stage, and Murica soaking up the applause from the crowd there. Was a fan favourite, of course. Hasn't been in much in-ring action following John Cutter's beatdown of him last time that those two stepped into the ring, whether as partners or as friends. And Murica now just trying to find his feet back, of course, as we find our way towards the end of Season 1. He hasn't had a breakout year, and that's exactly what people need in Season 1. You need to show that you're ready to be at the top before Season 2 gets here, and you get lost in the shuffle. And that's exactly why Murica's out here, trying to force himself back up the Cruiserweight rankings. He knows what it takes to be a Cruiserweight champion on this network, but now when the history books are coming into play, he needs to prove that he actually can get it back. Meanwhile, the Ultimate PJ McNair has been in, pardon the pun, ultimate form. He has been truly unstoppable since turning into the Ultimate One. There's a detonation kick, and there's been a stage of transitions for the Ultimate One to get to this final form. It may even not be his final form. God knows with this guy, it could evolve more and more and more. It's almost like but it's almost so far been like a baby caterpillar turning into a butterfly, or the ultimate butterfly again, if you will. And now he's put in a big scrap here with Murica. He got a little bit of momentum, but Murica gonna not let him keep it. There's a beautiful sunset flip. Of course, these two with very similar ways of ending the match. Both prefer that double stomp off the top rope. You know, Murica preferring to flip out for it, though. And now the PJ McNair has him up on the shoulders. Beautiful detonation kick. And working away now on him. What's he thinking from the middle rope? PJ McNair lining up his target. Drop kick from the middle rope. Big connection. Now PJ McNair starting to find some certain control in this one here. And Murica can't afford to let him do that, because McNair is lethal when he has the advantage, when he has the upper hand. Of course, we saw the debut of the Demon not too long ago, I believe, at Danger Zone. We saw the unveiling of the Ultimate One. And since then, he has been wreaking havoc on the WIW division. Oh, look at that. Flying forearm in there from Murica. And now look at this, going to use his natural high-flying instincts to try and give himself help in this match. Beautiful 450 splash. And now just taking advantage of him while he's down. That might be the smart thing to do here. Season getting back to his state, thinking on the spot here for an enziguri across the head. And Murica, after an early good start, now finding control once again in this match. And this is the problem with the Demon. He hasn't been able to just have an easy one. He has to work hard for his victories, and he has proven that week in and week out since becoming the Ultimate One. And into the cover, he's only going to get the one there. And Murica, a true veteran here on the Gaming Blake Network. No surprise to see he doesn't go down easy there. Managed to get behind there to avoid the suplex and lands a neck breaker. Very nicely done by the Demon. Well, I keep calling him the Demon. I don't know why. But now PJ McNair has him in the corner. This is dangerous. This is dangerous here. Shotgun drop kick. Connects right into the corner. Then ricochets off that middle turnbuckle. The cover's there. Is that enough? 2 count. And PJ McNair might need something more. He senses that and he flies to the top rope. Looking for that double stomp to wrap it up. There it is. Beautiful from PJ McNair. And into the cover. Is that enough to keep Murica down? Yes, it is. PJ McNair continues his ultimate winning streak in singles competition again here tonight. And he's showing some serious stock here. And so he could be a serious risk to Jake Griffiths in the Cruiserweight Championship. And of course, Jake Griffiths having to concentrate on El Estrella Chico, because he's not exactly someone to sleep on either. But McNair continues to show that he is ready for the title. He's ready to become a Cruiserweight champion. And this Ultimate McNair proving harder and harder to stop as he's getting going. It took him a while to get in the rhythm of this one, but he managed to get... Oh, wait a minute, look! It is the Cruiserweight Champion! Oh, and the Champion just kicking him while he's down, crawling and celebrating. And the Ultimate One meets the Cruiserweight Champion right now, who clearly is seeing the threat that the Ultimate One possesses. And now these two battling in the ring, and this isn't probably a good idea from Jake Griffiths. Just nights away from his Cruiserweight Championship defense, and now he might pay the price. Look at this! Face Buster! Beautiful work there from the Demon. And the Demon sends the warning, sends the message to Jake Griffiths that he's coming for the... Oh, wait a minute, no! Look at this! Gets behind Jake Griffiths, not going to let him send any message. He's the one sending the messages here tonight. Stomping on the head there. Sending messages to everybody in the Cruiserweight division as he's been doing for some time. The Burrow is in control of the Cruiserweight division, and that's exactly what he's trying to prove. Out of the corner escapes McNair, and these two tussling. The referee can't get control of these two in the ring. And I think that the McNair, yeah, he's tired. He can't get back to his feet now. And Jake Griffiths lets the Demon know, you dare come for my title, that I'll be ready for you. Message delivered and a message sent. The Ultimate PJ McNair with a big victory, though, to start off tonight's show. Let's move on down the rest of the card. Next up tonight, some tag team action. It is the tag team champions, David and Steve, who are in action tonight, requesting a warm-up, as they now know that at the final Countdown pay-per-view, they will be once again colliding with the men who took the tag titles away from them and ended what was their dominating first reign in the Chaos Twins, Jason and Tyler. And I'm sure they'll be eager and hungry to get some revenge, and they're finally wearing the tag titles again, both David and Steve, and that feels natural. I mean, Alex did well as the tag team champion, and he can't say he didn't deserve it, but seeing Steve and Dave back with the titles again, it just looks right. Steve rocking his own new shirt there, his Steve shirt, and David's still wearing the bandages, but remember, those bandages, as we found out last week, are just for precaution's sake. They're not supposed to be there full time. He's allowed to take them off if he wants to, but he's wearing them there just to make sure and prevent maybe any lingering injuries from reoccurring, just using them as a cushion almost. But the Fight Night Tag Team Champions have requested some warm-up time as a tag team. They haven't had much in-ring time as the two-piece as of late. They had a chance maybe in the last episode, but the general manager requesting Alex and King Sam does it. King Sam not on the card tonight, so I wonder why he's not out here. But anyway, the Death Ninjas are their opponents tonight, the team that they faced just a few weeks ago for the Fight Night Tag Team titles. And of course, they were unsuccessful, and that was just before the Sudden Death pay-per-view. And it was unfortunate for Harry and Def Lordicus because they've had so much momentum as of late. They've really shown themselves as a top team, but yet they just couldn't do it. They got to the match against David and Steven, despite the fact they were injured, they just choked. They couldn't do anything. They couldn't bring it to the table. And unfortunately for Def Lordicus and Harry, they couldn't show themselves to be worthy of the tag titles on that night. But we know they're capable of being up there and contending, and now it's just a matter for them to prove that to everybody else. They get a second chance to do that here tonight. Bell rings and away we go, and a Samoan driver to start us off there for Steve. Interesting enough to see Steve starting us off. Clearly Dave, on the side of precaution here, choosing to still wear his bandages. Clearly maybe still some lingering effects that the doctors have not diagnosed for him. But the Fight Night Tag Team Champions, that never stops them from getting in the ring and putting on some entertaining matches. Second time that these two have held the titles together. Of course, Steven technically didn't win this one. Well, he did in the end, after defending against against Harry and Def Lordicus specifically. He earned the right to do that, but of course they applied the Freebird rule as the tag title was won by Alex Wilson and David. So technically David is the most time tag team champion in WIW history. Well, tied, I guess, with Xander and Green, but I guess we'll see. But the tag team divisions on both brands, highly contested. Loads of teams won it, even non-teams won it. I mean, the security team of Bob and Allen this Sunday at Purgatory will be facing for the Mayhem Tag Team titles against the League of Gods. So it clearly shows how prestigious the tag team division has become, to the point where people who don't even work for WIW want a shot at the gold. And as for David and Steve, they have brought so much prestige and so much talent to the tag division. Of course, they've been a part of some of the best tag team matches in all of WIW. David has been a part of pretty much every tag team championship match that there's ever been. David and Steve, they won their first ever tag team titles all the way back at Resurrection, which is nearer to a year ago now. And yeah, they won their titles all the way back to at Resurrection, and now nearly a year later, as we are like 2 pay-per-views away from Resurrection again, after Insomnia, we are looking at potentially, once again, these two still holding the Fight Night tag team titles. But they've got some serious threat because, yes, they did lose them after having to do 2 matches in one night, but they are facing a team that took the tag titles from them, the only other tag team champions in history. Tag in from Harry Austin here, beautiful drop kick. And the Death Ninjas, in need of some momentum now. They got a huge series of wins last month, and it was probably one of their best months yet. Not only did they get tag team title shots, but they also won the rights to be in the Royal Rumble. Harry, second person eliminated in that Rumble after his brother tried to help him, but then found themselves the victims of Kazarian Zana and Patrick Green being in the Rumble at the same time. And of course, Harry and Ryan, they don't exactly work together, but as we've figured out from the Austin family, they all tend to go down their own paths, follow their own career paths, I guess is the best way to put it simply. Blake Austin, the chairman, CEO, and GMs of both brands at the current moment. And of course, we also have Harry, the Flying Ninja, teaming with Def Lordicus. Ryan, of course, isn't teaming with anyone. I'm not sure Ryan can be trusted as a teammate. He's been lingering in around the mid-card picture. And as for Shannon, the first woman ever to capture a trial-era championships and a Fight Night Women's Championship. And of course, maybe a switch to Mayhem could help her complete the set. And look at Steve. Steve not wasting any time here, ready to finish this one off already. Looking for the pedigree. To the Flying Ninjas, in trouble here, middle of the ring. Pedigree. And straight into the cover. Is that going to be enough? Def Lordicus not coming to his rescue. Clearly felt Harry had enough in the tank to kick out, and he does. And now Steve hyping up the crowd. The Wolfpack are becoming more and more fan favorites every single day, especially with the lingering threat of their leader King Sam facing Blake Austin at Insomnia. Despite Blake's protests, they thoroughly believe that that match is going to happen. Oh, Harry was thinking ambitious there, but uses his cruiserweight instincts to get out of that sticky situation. He might want to consider tagging out here. He's on the back burner. But Harry showing some fighting spirit that he never showed in the trial era. Remembering, of course, Harry was fired by his own brother back in the trial era for not picking up any wins over a stint of 2 or 3 months. And so he went to the Performance Center. He worked on his career. He worked on his martial arts from other gyms and dojos around the world, and that is how he became the Flying Ninja today. David coming in off the tag with a massive dropkick after not falling down from the dropkick. And now Harry trying to tag out to Lordicus, and David refuses to let that happen. David still using the shoulder tackle despite having the bandages still on. Package pile driver onto the knee. And that's been more than enough to put people away in the past, but Harry gonna shrug it off. Harry is still going. Oh, gets caught there going for the spinning kick, looking for the Samoan drop. No, well counted again by Harry. Harry desperately needs to make a tag out, but feeling it. There is a beautiful standing moonsault. And the tag champs are in trouble now. Harry looking for the end. Stevens down as well on the outside. He might not be able to save him. 619. 619 from Harry. And springboards into action. David is down. David is down. Into the cover. Is that going to be enough for the Flying Ninjas to take the victory? 2 count. And again, just like Def Lordicus, Steve was not eager to come in and help David. He felt he had this under control. And now Harry's hyped up. He's sensing he has to control this matchup right now. Beautiful drop from the top rope. Ducks under the clothesline and using his speed to full effect here. Look at this. The speed of the Flying Ninja Harry Austin takes him down. Now David in a bad way as Harry is hyped up here. 2 fan favorite tag teams battling it out once again, just as they did a couple of weeks ago. Looking for a powerbomb. Oh, well reversed into a sunset flip and into the cover. That might be enough to sneak it here for the Death Ninjas. Didn't even get a 1 count there on the sunset flip. Clearly David saw that one coming. Oh, look for that. Beautiful. Beautiful little Hurricane Rana there. Almost looked like a step up into Guri. He decided against it. And now Harry looking for a standing moonsault again. Got him! Standing moonsault and into the cover. That could easily be enough here to put away David for the win. 2 count. Defloricus, look at him screaming on the outside. He desperately wants in. But Harry determined to see this one through himself. Oh, wait, no. He has tagged now. Enough was enough, and David just taking a breather for the moment before coming back in. He sees Lordicus made the tag. And now might want to tag out himself. Wise decision. Has him in the corner, makes the tag. Oh, they're going all in here. Oh, no, David just going for the miniature package. Pile driver, no real emphasis. But follows through with the beautiful brainbuster. Very nice combination again from the Wolfpack. And look at this, Steve, who's been in great form here tonight, lining up for a super kick. David and Steve hyping up the crowd now as the tide turns once again. Right when you think the Death Ninjas have this one wrapped up, have this one under control, the Wolfpack take it back, and that is why they are the Fight Night Tag Team Champions. Oh, look at this. I thought maybe going with sleeping with the balls, but Steve has eyes on something else here. Steve looking for the drive-by drop kick. Big connection! Right to the head of Defloricus. Steve rolls back in the ring. Is he going to go for the cover off the drop kick? He does. Is that going to be enough to put away Defloricus here? No, it's not. 2 count. The Death Ninjas do not go down easy. But Steve doesn't let him go. Steve doesn't let it go easy either. Steve continues his assault here on Defloricus, who requested this tag in, but he hasn't done much since getting tagged in. On the receiving end of a beatdown from the Fight Night Tag Team Champions. And the Death Ninjas need to try and put something big here into fruition, because every time they get some control, they lose it again. Went for a double underhook there, completely missed. And now what's Steve thinking? Look at this. Dice bread! He even pounced off the ropes there. What a move by Steve. Very impressive. And now has Defloricus right in the middle of the ring, right where he wants him. But we know Defloricus, one of the most unique people, a part of the most unique tag teams in WIW, doesn't go down without a fight, and that's what he's showing here. Might need to make a tag, though. Oh, no! Look at this, he's going to taunt on the tag champions. And that could be costly if he wastes too much time here. And now, might be sending a message because he's ready for the split-legged moonsault. Spins Steven around. Steven in trouble here. Looking for the split-legged moonsault. Can he get him? Lines it up. Split-legged moonsault. Hooks the leg. Into the cover. David not coming to his rescue. Steve's in trouble here. 2 count. Steven finds a way out. But Defloricus almost sealing the deal there. And now might seal the deal. Looking for that. Looking for the skyscraper elbow drop. David not allowed in. The referee won't let him. And now look at this. Looking for the skyscraper elbow drop. Connects beautifully in the middle of the ring. And now into the cover. David, is he going to be able to get over in time to break it up? No, he's not. The Death Ninjas have beat the tag champs. They've done it. Harry and Defloricus have just beaten the Fight Night Tag Champions. What a huge victory for them here tonight. The Wolfpack can't believe their eyes in a match that was 50-50 for a long time. The Death Ninjas managed to get it. And look at the disappointment on their faces. They're saying it's okay, that they didn't mean anything. They still hold the titles, and that's all that matters. But look who's coming. They've just seen that weakness. They've seen that they are beatable. The Death Ninjas proved that. And Jason and Tyler saying they're coming back for the titles that they held once. But David and Steve, they are eager and hungry for revenge on the Chaos Twins, and I know for a fact that they're not going to let those titles go down easy. They never do with that final countdown. These two have got to pull it back together. David and Steve, huge loss here tonight, and the Chaos Twins coming out to rub it in their faces of that loss. But David and Steve, they still hold the titles, and I'm sure they'll be planning to do so after the final countdown as well. Let's move on down the rest of the card. I think it's time to make my decision. I'm sorry to keep you waiting, but this is a big decision, and since it's my first real shot at a title, I had to make sure that I made the right choice. But I have decided that the champion that I'm going for is Laura Stables. That's right, I'm staying right here, people. And now it's finally time for the young blood to rise to the top of the women's division and prove that That's right, people, I'm back. Full time this time too. I know you're all happy to see me, but don't think for a second the feeling is mutual. I've seen how you all treat Dangers here, so don't expect any respect from me. Anyway, Violet, I'm out here to tell you that you've made a mistake. You're not going to be facing Laura Stables. The champion that you'll be facing is me. That's right. I'm the next person to beat Stables, and I'm the next one to take the title from her. So you better prepare yourself for me, Violet. Look, Brooke, I know in the UFC you can just ask for a title match, and the champ kind of has to say yes, but here title matches are earned. Your brother Chris found out the hard way that reputation means nothing in WIW. I mean, I don't care which one of you I have to face at Insomnia really, because I'm ready for either of you. But I will not stand for people who think they're larger than life and walk in this ring thinking that claiming their name is enough to be a champion. Well then, I guess I'm just gonna have to show you. And all of a sudden, it looks like we've got ourselves an impromptu match between the Royal Rumble winner and the self-proclaimed #1 contenders for the Fight Night's Women's Championship in Brooke Danger. Well, sidestep there of the dropkick. And this is Brooke Danger's first matchup since returning to the brand. That Danger family name holding strong. Look at this! Showing that UFC background with the double-legged takedown and a ground and pound in the middle of the ring. Brooke Danger, a lethal fighter. Always has been one of the top girls. Oh, look at this! The champion's here! Well, what's that? Wait! The champion! Is she here? The music's playing, but the referee's confused. He doesn't know what's going on. Neither does Brooke. Brooke watching out. Oh my god! Look who it is! It's the Dark Side of Stables! End of days! End of days! And she rolls out of the ring! And Brooke Danger's down now! And Violet gonna try and steal the match! Trying to get the cover on the Brooke Danger! 2 count! Brooke Danger not going down that easy, but what the hell just happened? Laura Stables, more specifically the Dark Side of Stables, the one that we haven't seen in months, makes an appearance and takes down the woman who claims to be next in line for the Women's Championship. I'm surprised she didn't go for both of them then, because they've both got claims to it. Violet is the Battle Royal winner. She's the one that she'll be facing at Insomnia. Brooke Danger, as much as she claims to be next, she doesn't exactly have the rights to it. She can't just walk in and declare herself the #1 contender for the title. Well, clearly, the threat was real from the eyes of Laura Stables. She felt the best thing to do was come out there and send a warning. You want the title, you're going to have to go through her. It looks like the Dark Side of Laura Stables was the one who addressed her. That's definitely not something that Brooke Danger wants to be meeting, because the Dark Side only really comes out, it looks like at the moment, when she feels the imminent danger and the imminent threat. Meanwhile, now Violet in thorough control due to the help and aiding of the Fight Night Women's Champion, who's helped the Royal Rumble winner take control here. Battle Royal winner, should I say. And it was a shame there wasn't a Women's Royal Rumble. Hopefully next year we'll have the capability to do that. The women's division growing by the day, and of course, all the women's for the Road to Glory tournament have been announced now. So thank you everyone for applying. And sorry, that goes to the men as well. And sorry for any of you any of you who feel upset that you didn't make it. If there's anyone who didn't make it but wants to know why, be sure to private message me on Twitter and I'll explain everything that is at the Gaming Blake. Meanwhile, Violet continuing to maintain the control here of Brooke Danger, who's almost stunned at everything that just happened, especially with the end of days connecting as cleanly as it did. And now from the top rope, superplex. And we're seeing this match now, but if she can get herself a Women's Championship opportunity, Brooke Danger, at Final Countdown, we could be looking at what we'll be seeing at Insomnia. Could you imagine that? As a sick twist of fate. Eye into the corner. Brooke Danger under heavy fire, and it doesn't look like Violet is slowing down at all. Oh, and into the corner with the kick. Right to the jaw of Brooke Danger, who doesn't know where she is. A second super kick and one more for a super kick barrage complete. The rule of 3 and 4 play. Oh, look at this. Danger, though. Danger not going down that easy. Shakes it off. Beautiful move by Brooke. And Brooke Danger now playing to the crowd. The crowd know she is a fighter, a true fighter. Has battled with the best of them in UFC. Miesha Tate, Ronda Rousey. She's been up there. She's dealt with the best. And now Brooke Danger is returning her talents here to this brand. And look at this. Violet doesn't even know what just hit her. She was in complete control, ready to wrap this one up. And now all of a sudden Brooke Danger providing the fight back. And now in the corner just trying to pick herself back up. And now look at this. Running haymaker. Running haymaker. And the lethal punches of Brooke Danger coming full circle now. Violet trying to slow her down, trying to stop this advance forward. This is crazy amount of too much offense here from Brooke Danger. She's just charging at her at an alarming rate. She's trying to get her down to the ground. She just can't do it. Violet's not letting her do it. And now what's Violet thinking? Oh, she's looking for the Dragon Sleeper. The same submission that she used to win. Oh, no. Oh, her foot's under the ropes. The referee orders her to release the hold. The Dragon Sleeper that won her the spot in that Women's Battle Royal. She couldn't use. But it might be enough. Danger is out and she might be able to get this one done. Danger kicks out at 2. And Violet can't believe her eyes. And maybe if she'd have held that in for a little longer, she might be able to make Danger unconscious, but she was forced to relinquish the hold. And now look at this. Big leg sweep. And Danger now scrambling, just trying to make the cover of her own and get herself out of there. 1 count. Now a kick to the back. And now Danger, what's she thinking? Getting her up. Violet in serious trouble here. Charging up for a huge roundhouse kick to the top of the head of Violet. Into the cover. Is that enough for Danger to get it done? Yes, it is. Violet knocked out cold with the roundhouse kick. And the Battle Royal winner is defeated by Brooke Danger. There was the end of days earlier as Laura Stables clearly sees the threat that was brought by Brooke. She found her way back into the match, but not without her fair share of offense from Violet. But this was the turning point, the running haymaker. And she managed to sneak in that massive move there with the roundhouse kick. And Brooke Danger wins her in-ring return here on Friday Fight Night, which is her Fight Night debut, actually. Huge win for the former UFC Women's Champion. And now tonight, stake her claim to face Laura Stables. And it looks like Laura Stables is ready to go down with her. So will we be seeing Brooke Danger versus Laura Stables at Final Countdown? We'll have to find out soon, but a huge win regardless here tonight for Brooke Danger on her return to WIW. Let's move on down the rest of the card. Next up tonight, the final match before the main event and some more in-ring practice in a non-title match for Big Willie, who I'm sure is not going to be too happy about the fact that it is a non-title contest. But, you know, c'est la vie, I guess. Tonight, the television champion, who continues his monstrous reign. It is now over 200 days. The first man in WIW history to get anywhere close to that. Yes, it did take a second combined reign to get past 200, but it was 198 days with the single reign, and it's now long over 200 with this second reign combining with that Big Willie. No doubt one of the toughest, strongest, and hardest men to beat in WIW. And the television champion continues his momentum. Remember, he'll be facing once again JW Cashman at Final Countdown for the Television Championship. But after the humiliating defeat that JW Cashman suffered last time, I'm not quite too sure why he'd want to. Why would he want to get in the ring with that man? Why would he want to risk it? I have absolutely no idea, but clearly wants that title back badly. He claims he's the only one who matters. I don't think so, and do you know what? Not to many other people, but there we go. Tonight, though, his opponent, a man he's become very familiar with and a true fan favorite as well. It is Soulman Akira. One of the very few people to actually beat this man. Unfortunately for him, it was a non-title contest. When it came down to fighting for the title, he just couldn't do it. But Soulman Akira has been lingering in and around that mid-card championship and just can't quite get his hands on it. Can't get it away from the big man. But he knows how to beat him. He's done it before, and I'm sure he'd love to do it again, especially with the run that Big Willie is on right now. He's been on a tear for the last couple of weeks, and I'm sure he'd love to continue that momentum tonight. But of course, he's got to focus on the task because he knows that Akira can beat him. Akira's done it before, and I'm sure he'd love to do it again. Bell rings, and away we go. And straight out the gate here, look at this, Peter Bolton. Soulman Akira not wasting any time to go straight at the big man. He knows the tactic. The best way to deal with Big Willie, the tactic is to, to go at him before he comes at you, because you know he has the ability to wrap it up in 30 seconds if he gets going with a full head of steam. So you can't afford to let him do that. You've got to mount the offense. And that's exactly what Soulman Akira is doing here, not letting Big Willie get a shot in. Finally lands a strike, and a big one there as well with a cutter. Big Willie, deceptively fast, predictably strong, very, very capable fighter. And Big Willie, who has been champion for long over 200 days now, the title reign is growing. And of course, he will be defending in 2 weeks' time once again against JW Cashman for the Television Championship. Irish whip to the corner. Oh, big takedown. Of course, Big Willie winning his rematch against JW Cashman, so no surprise to see that it's going back the other way. And now look at this. Beautiful piece of strength there. Lifting up the 300-pounder is Soulman Akira. And this is what I'm talking about. See, Soulman Akira knows the tactic. It's just the problem is that when this man is in singles action for the title, he just goes into a second gear. Like, he's almost unstoppable when the title's on the line. But Soulman Akira has beaten him in the past, and he'll try to do it again. Look at this submission hold applied here. This could be a key target. Close to the ropes, can't get it. Oh, look at this. Oh, takes out the ankle there. Targeting the ankle there is Big Willie. Now trying to mount some offense forward. Big slam down onto Soulman Akira. JW Cashman has been more and more aggravated as time goes on. Not just because he believes that my commentary is biased. Not just because he's lost the TV championship, but also because of the new World Heavyweight Champion that's been crowned, Alex Wilson. The man he beat for a WYW contract has now gone on to do bigger and better things than he ever has. I mean, he had the one television championship run, and to be honest, it was impressive. He took it away from Big Willie, which is something that not many other people can do. But, of course, he didn't pin Big Willie to do that, and when it came to having to pin Big Willie, he found out the hard way how difficult that was. But now Cashman has one more chance at Big Willie, but with Big Willie's full head of steam as of late, I'm not even sure what he's going to be able to do to stop this man from progressing forward and retaining the championship coming towards Insomnia. Insomnia? Yeah, that's exactly what I meant to say. Look at this, Big Willie though. Uranagi slam, and Big Willie starting to find some momentum in this match. But Soulman Akira, so quick, so agile, very smart. You know, I'd have to check Akira's eligibility for the Cruiserweight Championship. Beautiful power slam. Cruiserweight division very heated right now, though, as you've seen. Jake Griffiths putting everybody on notice who is even eligible. And so, probably shouldn't say whether or not he's eligible. Good catch in the leg there by Akira. And now going straight back to the submission. Boston Crab. Big Willie able to grab that bottom rope. Now has him down. Just trying to wear him down a bit more here. This is what you've got to do. Soulman Akira's being smart. Keep him on the ground. Keep in control. And then go for the big strike. And that's exactly what he's going for here with a DDT. Sending him straight back down to the apron. And Soulman Akira, see, this is what I mean. He does so well against Big Willie. He's one of the very few people who know how to deal with him. But then when they get into the ring with him for the title, and he just can't seem to handle him. Only one man has beaten Big Willie in championship history, And it's only JW Cashman who did that. But of course, Big Willie, as I mentioned, was not involved in the decision. But Soulman Akira has only had the one try at capturing the TV title. He came bloody close. Well, no, he didn't, actually. That's not true. Because Big Willie, that was in retaliation to Big Willie's loss against him. And now pumping himself up here. The count of 5. Count is rising. And I'm sure that Soulman Akira would take the win how it comes, but wanting to prove his worth here tonight. Count of 7, he brings Big Willie back into the ring. And Big Willie is in a bad way right now. Really struggling here. And Akira is really struggling to put him away for good. But at the same time, he's keeping control, and that's the key part. Massive neck breaker there by Big Willie. Taking a second to breathe here. It's been a bombardment of offense from Soulman Akira, who's been very smart not to give him a second to think about what he's doing. And Big Willie. Oh, look at this. Big Willie. Ready to end it, is he? And where did this come from? Big Willie. Ready all of a sudden to wrap him up. Oh, no, what a counter. Avoids the running powerbomb, and well done there by Soulman Akira. And now Akira with a leg drag. Just taking down Big Willie. Look at Big Willie. He doesn't know where he is right now. Akira in complete control. Now looking for a bonsai drop. Bonsai drop! And straight into the cover. Is that enough to beat Big Willie? It is! He's done it again! He's done it again! Soulman Akira. And that's the second time now in non-title action he's beat him. But then when it comes down to actually having a title match, he just can't do it. I don't understand. But Soulman Akira gets the better of Big Willie again. And he clearly just has Big Willie's number. But then again, I say that, you just can't translate that into title success. But look at this count again. Big Willie kicking out right after he count. Must have been narrow margin, so close. He gets the job done though, Soulman Akira. Big Willie. Maybe Cashman really is in his head. Maybe Soulman Akira just has his number, or maybe Big Willie is concerned that his title reign is starting to slip away, and maybe that he's not as dominant as he once would. And Soulman Akira proves again that he is up there and ready to compete around that title. But the question is, can he do it? Because we've seen him choke when he gets to the title match before. Will he do it again? Or will he even get that opportunity? I don't know, but a huge win for Soulman Akira regardless. Let's move on down the rest of the card. Main event then, and it's the two people who teamed last week in the main event to take on the Wolfpack and failed, and now tonight they will compete against each other in one-on-one action. Two men who are trying to prepare themselves for final countdown. Peter Bolton earlier on calling out King Sam for a match at the pay-per-view, and of course Max Danger will be cashing in his rematch clause against Alex Wilson. And I wonder what the condition is for both men, because to be honest, they had an amazing match. The last time out, probably one of my favourite matches of the year, if not the best match of the year. Of course, you guys will get to decide that later on down the line after Insomnia. But regardless, it was a huge victory, and it was a huge standout of performance for both men. They really broke through as competitors here in WIW. But the question is now, where do they go from here? Are they going to be able to show what they're capable of? Can they show their worth once again, or was that match just a one-time thing that's never going to be like that again? Was it just their night, or will they disappoint? But Max Danger, I'm sure, is not going to be too concerned about that. He's just going to want to worry about one thing, and that is capturing the championship back in his hands if he can get there. But it's a question of whether or not he actually can get back to where he was. Max Danger, who held the championship for quite some time before losing it again. And now tonight, he's in in-ring action against the Royal Rumble winner. The first ever Royal Rumble winner, that is, as well. The man who just called out King Sam to open the show. It is the ace, Peter Bolton, who wants to warm up before the World Heavyweight Championship match that he is inevitably going to have at the main event of Insomnia. But it's just a matter of who he takes on. Will it be Alex Wilson or Max Danger? Sorry, I had a brain fart there. But Max Danger tonight has to deal with the man who he teamed with last week in tonight's huge main event. Well, the bell rings and away we go. And here we go. The former World Heavyweight Champion collides with the Royal Rumble winner after teaming together last week. And you know both Alex Wilson and King Sam will have a watchful eye on this one. Of course, the Ace has been challenging himself, and this is what it's been about. Of course, it's been made clear that not a lot of people thought that the Ace would win this, that the Ace would not be main eventing the first ever Insomnia. Not a lot of people believed he was capable of it. And that's what he's doing now. He's trying to prove that he's worth it, trying to prove that he can challenge at the top of his game, and he can be an Insomnia main eventer. And of course, last week, this is all sprouting from him being tapped out by King Sam last week with crossface chicken wing. King Sam not on the card tonight, deciding to take the breather and to take the night off after the Ace called him out. And now tonight, Peter Bolton gets to send a message to everybody else, to Alex Wilson, to Max Danger himself, and of course to King Sam, that he's not backing down from anyone anymore. He's ready to become the top star in the company. But the Ace, Peter Bolton, needs to do that sooner rather than later. And of course, the Royal Rumble winner of Season 1, the first ever Royal Rumble winner. Huge honor that comes with that. And of course, he has the pressure of main eventing Insomnia. And after what an amazing show Sudden Death was, including one of the best matches of the year in Alex Wilson versus Max Danger, he's got some big shoes to fill, and all eyes are going to be on him on the build-up towards Insomnia. Because people are going to start to think maybe he's not worth main eventing. Maybe people will think, you know, he's not worthy to be facing for a championship. And so it's up to Peter Bolton to prove tonight that he is worth it, that he is ready to become a world champion. And for the Ace, of course, has never been a champion. He's had 2 attempts recently at Max Danger, one in the Elimination Chamber, which of course, understandable why he would lose one like that. And of course, he went one-on-one with him a few weeks ago as a little bit of revenge for the loss at the Elimination Chamber, unable to beat Max Danger. Now, the question for that though, and that's exactly what we're having this here tonight, even though the general manager weren't here to announce once again, the reason we're having this match is to see, was it just a case of, you know, it was a 2-time thing, or what is it a case that that Max Danger just has the Ace's number, which of course won't make for a very entertaining main event if that is the case. But the Ace not backing down for a moment here, trying to bring the fight to Max Danger, who of course is no slouch. He's been World Heavyweight Champion for about 3-4 months here in WIW, held it all the way back. Took it all the way back at Hellfire as he cashed in the Money in the Bank. 2 people who made history here in WIW. The first ever Money in the Bank winner in Max Danger and the first ever Royal Rumble winner here in the Ace, Peter Bolton. And now look at this, caught him in the knee there. He manages to get behind the Ace. And Max Danger, of course, we saw maybe last week, just not quite at the full-scale level that he's been competing at because of the grueling effects of the match at the pay-per-view. But now look at this. Bolton is in trouble here. Max Danger lines up, super kick, connects right on the jaw. And now the Ace needs to find some fight back here. The max lock could be the end, but if he goes for another super kick, that could be equally as troublesome for the Ace, who's trying to fight back. But Max Danger, the former World Heavyweight Champion, showing why he's just that here tonight with some brilliant in-ring action here tonight. Showing some top-level stuff. And now going towards the bottom end, looking for the max lock. This could be the end here for the Ace in the middle of the ring. He has got it. Max lock. Max lock in the middle of the ring. Nowhere to go. He can't get to the ropes. The Ace has to find a way out of it. Look at him struggling, trying to make some movement. Oh my God. He's got it. The Ace breaks out. And look at Max's face. He doesn't know what just hit him. He can't believe that the Ace has just broken out of that hold. But now the Ace, he's broken out, but now needs to do something. Now needs to get some moves in here and start to show what he can do. Huge kick out. The crowd starting to get behind the Ace here as they sense a superplex inbound. Big connection in the middle of the ring. And straight into the cover off the superplex. That could be more than enough here for the Ace. 2 count. And Max Danger under pressure now. He's used to just having it done there. He's used to the max lock being enough. But it wasn't this time around. He managed to connect with the super kick and not managed to get the job done. And now look at the Ace with a boatload of momentum. Beautiful spine buster by the Ace. And Peter Bolton stares down the former world champion. He knows he had to send a message here tonight, and that's exactly what he's trying to do. Danger's in trouble now. Lining him up perfectly. The crowd go nuts. as the Royal Rumble winner connects with the ace in the hole. Ace in the hole by the ace, Peter Bolton, and into the cover. Is that enough to put away Max Danger? No! So close, I thought it was. 2 and about 3/4. The ace just couldn't get the job done. And the ace staying on top here, not going to take any time to complain about the decision. Just going straight for the kill, trying to get this one done. Both men have pulled off their biggest strikes. Max in the max lock, and the ace, of course, with the ace in the hole. But now the question is, who can wrap this one up? Who can get the job done? Max Danger desperately crawling in to get the job done. 2 count. And almost winning it there on a leg sweep. And that shows how tired and how much energy these two are given towards this matchup. Gets in behind Max Danger, big counter, and an inverted DDT to follow. Lining up now in the corner. He's connected with one already, and now looking for that signature Danger family full super kick. Looking for it. Got him! Oh, but look at this, he's not done. He's not done. He's not done with the ace. He continues to beat down on him, and that could be a mistake. That could be a mistake. He had him down, maybe for the count, I don't know, but Danger, look at this, wants to make sure. He wants to put away the ace, and he wants to do that in style. Going for the max lock again. All or nothing this time. Surely the ace isn't going to break out for a second time here. Middle of the ring, max lock applied, and the former world champion gets the job done. The ace, Peter Bolton, now must be very, very concerned. That's another loss here tonight in the main event, and he's trying to prove he's a main event talent, trying to prove he's up there with the best of them. But the ace in the hole, the best trick that he had, just couldn't get the job done. And now the questions are going to continue to flurry. Is he ready to be a world champion? Is he ready to be a main eventer? Is Max Danger and Alex Wilson just going to be too much for him? And will he be able to even make it there? Because right now, on the receiving end of beatdowns weekly. Well, a lot of questions for the ace to answer, and he needs to come back stronger than ever, and that's exactly what he's trying to do as he challenges King Sam at Final Countdown pay-per-view. And that's going to wrap up tonight's great show. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like if you did. Comment your thoughts and feelings on tonight's show. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll catch you guys at the Mayhem pay-per-view Purgatory. Peace.